Hello and welcome back, everyone. It has been quite a while getting back in with some Street Fighter 6 action for you guys here tonight. Some good old CFGC. My name is Will Jenkins. Joining me on the desk is Mr. Brennan Mossman himself. How are we feeling today, man?
I'm feeling fantastic. It's been a couple of weeks, like 3 or 4, since we've actually casted some Street Fighter, and I'm incredibly excited.
Yeah, I've been itching to get back behind the desk and to see some Way Awesome Kevin Bison gameplay as we are really in the middle of CFGC full force every week. And kind of a thing to note is Way Awesome Kevin through all these weeks is sitting at a 1-5 after seeding, which is not the best, but then when you take a look at his matches, he has 3 2-3s out of those 5.
Yeah, and I believe that's actually his after pool play record currently.
Yep.
So it's been about, I think, 3 weeks since we started the regular season here in CFGC, and a bit of a rough start for him. Like we said, some pretty close games. 3 of those were 2-3 losses.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been we asked him before this, and he was like, I need to work on closing out matches a lot. So we're going to see tonight if he can do that.
Yeah, and like I said, we're halfway through this season, so you're not really in full panic mode right now. You still got a lot of matches coming up, especially for tonight. So that's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on. And speaking of matches, let's take a look at this week's schedule for Shenandoah Esports. Today is Street Fighter 6, as we previously stated. And then Tuesday, we have Varsity Smash Bros. Taking on Concord in the playoffs. That's right, folks. We get some playoff action out of our Smash team. It's going to be an absolute doozy. And then Wednesday, the man to my right is going to be competing in CFGC Tekken. So hopefully get to see some 5-0s out of Mr. Mossman. And to round things out, we got some more playoff action with Varsity Rocket League taking on USC. So be sure to tune in around this time every day this week, and you'll get a match.
Yeah. Speaking of the CFGC Tekken on Wednesday, I'll try my best. I've been 5-0'd a few times. Some would say more than a few the past couple weeks, but
hey, it happens.
It happens. It's still early on in the season. And speaking of seasons, here we have Kevin's stats from last season. As we go ahead and take a look at this, game record 54 out of 51. I believe those are sets.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit higher, a little bit over 500 for him when it comes to the sets. Game win-loss 1.1. Ranking kind of a little bit lower than the middle of the pack.
Yeah.
It's Street Fighters, I think, when it comes to CFGC, might be the toughest pool of players. I think there's some there's a lot of really, really good players in the CFGC.
Yeah, and with seeding, you get matched with players around your talent, so it's going to be really how you adapt to that. But enough about last season. Let's take a look at how Mr. Way Awesome Kevin has done this season in CFGC, and look at that, a big old smile on his face, because he's got a better record than last season and a better ranking as well. And a slightly better win-loss ratio, so definitely improvement that he wants to see and that we want to see out of him as well. So definitely a good start, but as he said, he mentioned earlier, he wants to do better at closing out games. He wants to become more consistent with this. And one thing we kind of touched on was his game plan, where he just rushed people down in the corner and did not let them get out. Talking to him a bit, what are we going to see out of his strategy going forward?
Well, Black is very much so a player that likes to stick to a game plan, has been for at least the past season and a half. And something we've noticed is that when that game plan doesn't really go his way, he kind of gets stuck. And then by the time we get to like the 4th or 5th set, he's starting to figure things out, but it's too late.
Yeah.
And so something that he was mentioning was trying to be more reactive, play a little bit more footsies, opposed to just sticking to one single game plan.
Yeah. And enough about hearing from us. Why don't you guys hear it from the man himself? And we got Ben Kincaid standing by for the interview. Take it away, guys.
Thank you so much, guys. I am standing by with our glorious Street Fighter 6 player, Kevin. Kevin, first things first, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm ready to get back into the swing of things. You know, the last couple of matches were over spring break. Got to enjoy it. Got to win, but now I'm like fiending for multiple series wins this week. So.
No, for sure. This is going to be a good week for you. You have some tough matches, but I think here tonight you have 3 matches in total here today. What are your thoughts going into some of these matchups with some of these a variety of characters here tonight?
Yeah, quick rundown. There's a Luke player, a JP player, and a DJ player, and that's probably confidence, going from most confident to least in that order. I've gotten a little bit more experience against JP. Doesn't mean I may walk away with a 5-0 sweep, but I'm definitely feeling a bit better than I have in the past. DJ can be a little scary because he can feint attacks and stuff like that. But the Luke stuff, I'm actually really looking forward to that match, so it should be good.
Awesome. Very excited. Well, I want to give a grand scope of kind of what the semester has looked like, right? What are you feeling now as compared to the beginning of the season, the beginning of the semester, all the way back in February to now here towards the end of March?
I can definitely tell that I'm getting better, but it's clear that the competition is also improving alongside me. And as much as I love getting better, I also want to beat my opponents. So I am itching for these couple of series wins. I think 3 of the series that I have played in the last couple of weeks have ended with me losing 2-3, which is devastating, and I can tell that I'm so close. I just need to change a couple of small things and it should be good to go. So
awesome. Well, very excited to see you here perform tonight. Good luck with your matches. Guys, back to you.
Ben, thank you so much for that way awesome interview. And they kind of touched on it in a bit for his opponents for tonight. Moss, I know you love that. It is Luke, JP, and DJ. So kind of run us through these matchups and what do you think's gonna go through way awesome Kevin's mind in these scenarios.
Well, we don't know exactly which order it is, but we'll go in order. He mentioned confidence level against each of these characters was Luke, from highest confidence to lowest confidence, Luke, then JP, then DJ. We'll go with Luke first. Luke is a much more honest character than the other two, even if he is, really good, so he can abuse some stuff. They're kind of similar to M. Bison, not in the moves that he does, but in the play style, where they're both a little honest, but
yeah,
Luke is a Shoto character, so he has all the normal Shoto stuff, Shoryukens and stuff like that. But he plays a lot of footsies, which is a lot of the older crowd of Street Fighter. They're that's what Street Fighter is. It's not all this magic stuff that JP has. But
no zoning.
Guile's always been a zoner.
That is true.
So whereas Bison has to look for an opening, Luke can make his own a lot of the time. So Luke is going to be a lot more aggressive kind of constantly, whereas Kevin's going to pick and choose when he wants to be aggressive. And if he needs to slow it down a little bit, he can slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, and you were kind of talking about Luke being a Shoto character, kind of all around. Yes, he does have a couple things. I think of when I think of Luke in this game, I think of him as probably one of the best all around characters. Just doesn't really excel at one single thing, but doesn't do a single thing bad either. He's got range. He's got up close. He's got tempo. He has everything you want out of a character in Street Fighter for someone that's looking, I want to be able to do everything.
Yeah, he also has a ticket to Memphis. That's a joke for people that may actually know what's going on with Street Fighter. But we also next is going to be JP, which we've watched I don't know. I don't even think I have enough fingers to count the amount of matchups that Kevin's had against JP this season. He's what you expect out of a zoner, with a lot more tools than normally zoners get in Street Fighter. There's a lot of people, we've mentioned this every time he's played against JP, he's like a Mortal Kombat character.
Yeah.
And Kevin, although not having the best track record against him during official CFGC matches, still feels confident about it because he knows exactly what JP is going to try to do and what will cause him to fail in that matchup.
Yeah, and JP, the new big bad of the Street Fighter franchise till they brought back Bison for DLC, because you can't have Street Fighter without Bison. Come on. But it really, you mentioned he's a zoner with a lot more tools. It feels like you mentioned Mortal Kombat. And because normally you have zoners like Guile who do one of two things and
One thing.
Yeah, or one thing, depending on who you ask. And can punish you. JP has about 5. And more recently, JP actually won Capcom Cup 11 as well. So this is a top tier character that we're dealing with for sure. And I don't think he was the only JP out of that like final group of players, if I remember correctly.
Off the top of my head, I think there was at least one more.
Yeah.
Which was that Capcom Cup 11 was like kind of insane because the past Evo champion Punk lost in the round of 32, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Maybe didn't even make it in, if I remember correctly. And then the JP player that won Capcom Cup played against a 15-year-old Ryu in the grand finals, which is genuinely insane. But JP went through a weird thing where the first 6 months, every grand final tournament was JP and Guile, and it was just those two, or mirror matchups between the two. And then they kind of went away for a while. People tried to start downplaying JP, and then he came back, and now he's on an upswing, just won Capcom Cup. So JP is going to be an interesting character. It's going to probably be the same kind of matchup we've seen before. JP players don't usually play too different. They get creative, but, you know, not going to be too different.
Yeah, and speaking of characters that people kind of wrote off, Mai is now legal for play in CFGC, and that was a character a lot of people on release goes, hey, this character sucks. Yeah, that's not the case. Many people, and I'm starting to kind of ride on that train a bit, believe Mai might be the best character in the game right now.
It's possible. You know something funny? Kevin is the only one that
is true.
That.
Yep.
Everybody was saying, no, she is horrible. She is terrible. You have to do so much. You have to use so much of your bar to actually do damage. And now look where we're at. Kevin's been right all along.
The prophet.
And real quick here is I think we're going to be getting into match soon. Let's go ahead and talk about DJ a little bit. Now, DJ, like Kevin mentioned in his interview, very feint heavy character. He also has a charge jump, which is going to be an interesting dynamic because his charge jump is essentially about half the length of what Bison's normal jump is. Okay. So there's a little bit less time to react to a lot of those moves that DJ can do off of jump.
Yeah, so anti-air is definitely going to be the name of the game in that aspect. And one thing, DJ as well, I think you mentioned the feint attacks that are so difficult to read. His dodges are also really good as well. He has really good defense, to my knowledge.
Yes, he does. And Kevin, like he mentioned, not very familiar exactly with DJ. Obviously, he's played against DJs a good bit, but you're not going to find many of them in CFGC.
No, you are not.
DJ's just not the most popular character, but it's not like he's a horrible character either.
No, and I think he's one of those more solid all-around characters we talked about, like with Luke. I would put him on the more defensive end, and it requires, I think, a higher understanding of the game from your opponents, because if you're up against someone who's a lower rank and you get to do those feint attacks, they're just going to be like blitzing right through them and stuff like that. It's kind of the concept with CSGO, where you have silver players are able to get away with stuff because the higher level players don't know what they're doing because they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's a big guessing game.
Yes.
But people like to make fun of normal fighting games, especially after that Tekken talk from last night. But it's gonna be really tough to guess against a character that you don't have much knowledge of. Yeah. In terms of CFGC matchups. So this is when we're going to see the kind of evolution of Kevin's gameplay, where he goes from sticking on a strict game plan to being a little more reactive, which I think might actually help him in this DJ matchup.
Yeah, and I think that's really going to be the key as well, because like we said, it's more of a defensive-minded character. That being said, I don't think he can afford to do that against JP. I think he needs to do what he's done in the past against JP. That's worked. Because I feel like if you try and sit back and wait and analyze what JP's going to do, you're going to have half your health bar by the time you try and do it. So that's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on in this matchup. But it's, I don't know really, because he said he wanted to be more reactive, but I think he can only afford to do it in 2 of the matches.
I mean, the thing is also we got to think about his JP, the past JP matchups that we've seen haven't gone too well here on stream.
Yeah.
So this, at a time when it's early to mid regular seasons for CFGC, you want to make these changes and you want to try new things and different things earlier on than when you get towards the end of the season where it's like, I have to win now. So it's better, I think, that if being a little bit more reactive in this matchup against JP costs him a loss where it's like 2-3, I don't think it's that big of a loss if he can figure out some new things that he can implement in the future.
Yeah, and I kind of want to talk on, he mentioned how he's getting better as the season progresses, so is his competition. So I think I want to get kind of your perspective on this as a fellow CFGC competitor. Just quickly kind of going through and being like, how do you adjust for that?
I mean, the best thing to do is just keep practicing. That's like the only answer you can really give in that situation. Everyone is always getting better.
Yeah, that is very true. And we have a special return appearance from Mr. Benjamin Kincaid back with some fellow people in the arena. Ben, headed right to you.
Hey, team. So we're out here with some familiar faces from our esports world here at Shenandoah. This is Danny, a.k.a. Flames. He's a starting DPS for our Overwatch 2 team. We have Igloo over here, Avery, our Yoshi Samus main on our Varsity Smash. And then over here, if we pan real quick, hey, this is Kip. This is Kyle. He plays Pac-Man, and he's pretty dang good at it. We're going to ask them a few questions about their game titles and see what their answers are. So first, we're going to start with Danny over here on this side. What is your favorite character to play in Overwatch 2 that is not Reaper, who is your main? Or like any DPS? Well, I guess it can be a DPS.
We'll go with one I've always liked for a while. Sombra. Rare pick for me. However, I don't play it not much with our actual team, but it's a fun one I like to play every now and then. It's pretty good.
Okay. Sombra. So so that's DPS, right? So tanks and supports. If you are thrust into a tank position or a support position, whatever you have to do, what is your go-to?
Oh, give me Ramatra all day. Give me Ramatra. Okay. But also, old days, my Roadhog. Top 500 Roadhog, old back in the day. We love it.
Do we think we're ever going to see that on a Shenandoah broadcast?
Unlikely, no.
Unlikely? Right? That's what I'm saying. Pull it out. Toss it out there. Why not?
Milios competition coordinator.
Okay. We'll talk to Nando about it, and we'll see if we can get a Roadhog appearance here for Danny. Now, we're going to move over to Avery here. You're our Smash Bros. Captain, right? Very talented, very good at what you do, but you play two characters often, right? You have the Yoshi and you have the Samus. Aside from those two characters, what is like your go-to third pick if you have one?
Oh, that's a great question, Ben. I've moved around over the years. Something that people don't know about me often is during the pandemic days, I played exclusively Ike online and would fish for Nair up air the whole match. And that was kind of my bit for a while. I was winning some Wi-Fi tournaments with solo Ike. And, sometimes I look back on it and wish I didn't do all that because I lost a lot of progress in my game during that time.
Okay, yeah. I did not expect a sword character, to be honest, to come out. I expected maybe Rob or Rob or something like that. Maybe do you ever play Piranha Plant? Question. Piranha Plant, we know Piranha Plant is very bad, but do you ever play it just for fun?
I tried to play Plant when he first came out, but as the game went on, he just got worse and worse as a character. Not only is he bad, but his game plan is also really linear. You can only really do one thing. You can kind of hide in the poison cloud and maybe trick some people, but honestly, he has no approach options, no real defensive options. He's kind of just really boring to play as. Rob, on the other hand, you can do anything you want, and it just works. So that's a very fun character.
No, for sure. Let's slide over to Kip. I'm going to come on into the chairs as well. Climbing in. All right, let's be friends here. All right. Hey, Kip. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Ben. How are you?
I'm doing pretty all right. Same kind of question, right? You play Pac-Man all the time. I've never seen you really play any other character unless you're having fun with the team after a match with randoms, with a 4-on-4 or the 1-1 randoms, randos?
Randubs.
Randubs.
So it's just doubles, but like everyone plays random. The teams are randomized. Their favorite like after game pastime.
Okay, I like that. That actually sounds very, very fun. Now, Pac-Man is the main. Who do you go to second, third, or if you are really just looking to have a fun time and not have to really sweat it out in some online matches?
I jump around a lot of characters really. The closest thing I would hit a character I would be like as good as my Pac-Man is maybe like my Steve, like because if I really wanted to win with like a character that's kind of just a better Pac-Man, I would be playing Steve. So like, and a lot of like the similar game plans kind of transfer over from Pac-Man to Steve. So I feel like I already have a good grasp of that character. But another character is like Diddy Kong, right? I like messing around with items, and Diddy Kong just having like access to just some really good buttons, really like good movement as well, but also having access to Banana is really fun as well. And this is a bit of an unconventional pick, but Sora. I used to play a lot of Sora when he came out because I thought it was really fun, but he's not as good. Sora's not as good as he used to be. He is a character that requires a lot of execution. He has like a lot of like these hard, like difficult combos to kind of have him like do really well, like in a serious setting. But like I still think he's a really fun character.
Oh, for sure. Sora's the one that like jumps like crazy high, right? Has like an insanely floaty jump.
He is incredibly floaty.
Yeah, floaty indeed. Well, I think that might do it. Hey, look, pan over here real quick. Look at those guys. Those are the casters, and that's exactly who I'm about to toss it back to right now. So goodbye. Thank you to Danny, Avery, and Kyle here for a little bit of an impromptu interviews as we toss it now back to the casters. Goodbye.
Thank you for that one, Ben. It was great. You kind of see him kind of skulk away from over in that corner. The Igloo Ike arc is definitely not something I thought I would get out of that, for sure. I'm definitely going to look at him in a different light from that. But hey, I don't judge. I play Yoshimitsu in Tekken. I cannot say anything. That being said, we do have a little bit of a update for you folks. Unfortunately, the JP matchup will not occur tonight. Hopefully that will be streamed on a different day for you all to experience and watch and enjoy, hopefully, a way awesome Kevin win. So that means for tonight, we have two matchups. It's just going to be Luke and the DJ.
Yep, just the Luke and the DJ. And honestly, I'm kind of glad. Get JP out of here. I don't like him, man. I don't. It's not fun. And honestly, thank you for not. I'm glad you don't judge specifically because that camera definitely caught me wearing shorts on the broadcast desk, which kind of sucks. But, you know, it happens to everyone. You know, it happens. But we did find out some funny information, you know. We got Igloo's Ike arc. We have a little bit of love for Sora from Kip over there.
Oh, dude, everyone loves Kingdom Hearts. Are you kidding me?
Oh, fantastic video game.
Absolutely amazing franchise. If you have not played it, go play it. It's a good game.
Go play it.
And, yes, you are wearing shorts, but who cares?
Who cares?
You only see the top half, usually.
You know what we do care about, though? This Luke matchup and this DJ matchup.
Yes.
And like we were mentioning before, this is going to be, I'm excited for this because it feels like every single time we get to watch Street Fighter on here, it is a JP or some weird, unhonest matchup, and finally we get to watch
how you really feel.
Normal Street Fighter matchup against Luke.
Tell us how you really feel about
Unless this guy is just plays incredibly weird, which who knows?
It's possible.
It's possible, but Luke inherently more honest than I guess you could say JP, which how many characters are honest nowadays? And then you got DJ, which is going to be an interesting matchup just because it's very different from any of the ones we've seen.
Yeah.
And it's not just your normal Street Fighter matchup because you got a lot of, like we said, a lot of feints from that character.
Yeah, and each character kind of has their gimmick unless they're kind of like a Shoto character who are usually generically the same with very slight variations to their kits and what they do. DJ, I think, is one of the more unique characters in the game as well because I believe I could be completely wrong on this, so feel free to correct me. Well, probably would anyways. His super is different than most other super inputs. I could be completely wrong about that. It's like a kind of like a
Yep.
semi-rhythm game.
It is, in fact, a rhythm game, which is very funny.
I had something
our-
right. Let's go.
I think it'd probably be the character that our director right now would probably play. Very good rhythm game player. Plays a lot of Guitar
yeah.
Hero. I think he'd really enjoy DJ. Not many people do, though, as you can see by how many people play him, how many players use him in CFGC. So that's why I think is going to be the most interesting about all of this. So I'm excited for that. Luke, always exciting to see an honest matchup.
Yeah, so I kind of want to pick your brain a bit. What do you think would be the Tekken comparison for DJ? Do you think there even is one? Because I know what Luke's would be. Luke's would be Jin.
Yeah, Luke would probably be the Jin.
Just generic, all-around bread and butter character.
And while they don't really play exactly the same, they play the same role within the game. I guess Heihachi and Heihachi for Bison.
Yeah. Big bads come back from the dead.
Yeah, even when
fairly
people don't want them
complex to use. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. What about DJ though? What do you think?
DJ,
I don't even think there is one in Tekken.
There's not a singular Tekken character where you have to play a rhythm game in the middle of fighting someone with your hands and legs. But I really think that's why I like DJ.
Yeah.
He's very unique to Street Fighter.
And he doesn't feel too oppressive with it either. It feels like a fairly nice, balanced to an extent character.
For the most part. Yeah, probably for the most part. And
compared to some others. Like JP.
Like JP. Yeah, like
we
JP.
don't talk about that.
And apparently Mai now. But
Yeah.
like we always
Well,
mention on this broadcast,
Yeah.
why do you pay the $6 for? To get characters like that.
True.
You get characters like that.
Yeah, no, and well, Bison also is technically a DLC character, so there is that factor as well. But
That's how we level the playing field around here.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly. We get Kevin buys Bison.
Hey guys.
You guys
guys should definitely look behind you.
Oh wow.
Oh, who we got behind it? Oh my God.
Oh my
Hey.
goodness.
Is that
Hey,
that
guys.
Benjamin Kincaid?
How we doing?
back
Hey,
there.
let's
Hold
see
on,
it.
I'm in the way.
I was doing
on
great,
down.
but now I'm doing even better now.
You're doing
here.
even better now? Well, that's fantastic. How are you guys doing on the North right now?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you
Pretty
doing?
good. I'm doing pretty all right, Moss. How about you?
I'm feeling like a million times better not having to watch a JP
A million.
matchup.
Yeah, that's
It's
fair. That's fair.
kind of annoying a little
Yeah.
bit if
Yeah.
you think about it. Yeah.
How's your guys' day been?
Pretty uneventful.
Uneventful.
I had
That's lame. Moss, about you?
I had an undisclosed burger place earlier. We went there together.
We did
actually.
go there together.
Yeah.
Very good burgers.
We got some food.
Yeah.
We ate some good food there.
Oh, okay.
We hadn't
Nice.
eaten before, so
We
that
had not.
was a
Yeah,
good
that was,
idea.
that was breakfast at
I
5
don't know
o'clock.
whose idea that was. That was a fantastic
Yeah.
idea.
No,
yeah.
I was banger idea. I agree.
I
What
did
about you?
actually have an eventful moment in my day.
Ooh.
I had a Dr. Pepper.
Ooh, a Dr. P, huh?
We're just going
Unsponsored.
for it. Yeah, we're just going
Unsponsored.
for it on
But-
broadcast.
If they want, we wouldn't say no.
Probably not.
Probably
Probably
not.
not. No, probably not.
No chance.
We spend a lot of money on that around here.
What's
Yeah,
your
we
these are
definitely do.
numbers?
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are my notes. As you can tell by the title that says notes right
Oh,
there.
I don't even read the title. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good eyes.
Yeah, no
there,
problem.
man.
Yeah,
no, I
no
appreciate
problem.
that. We're looking at what Luke does.
Yeah.
Yep.
More honest Street Fighter.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
He plays the game the right way.
Oh, okay. Is that what that
AKA
means?
not a zoner.
Well, it's honestly just means that it's not just really weird like JP.
Yeah, it's not
That's like the
gimmicky.
best way to put
It's
it.
not gimmicky.
What does
JP is
JP
weird.
do? Slow down a bit more than usual, more than normal.
It's been great having you here, but unfortunately,
Oh,
Unfortunately,
yeah,
All right.
you gotta go.
there's only
That's
enough
tough.
room for the two of us. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, I guess I gotta go.
I'll miss you.
All right. Hey,
Go get a
it was
champ.
fun. Goodbye, guys.
It
Hey,
was fun.
fist bumps all around.
Yep.
All right. Bye, guys.
Never to be seen from
Yep.
again.
He will be forever missed in the eternal void of our broadcast. And now, hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, we now have some long-awaited, way awesome Kevin gameplay, and game one is going to be against the DJ. And we get to see a little bit of those feints coming out here.
Yeah, a little bit of why we mention every single time we are on broadcast for CFGC, feeling out process currently occurring. Whack getting a little bit more damage to start off with than the DJ is, but DJ's going to find a little bit of counter hit there. Parry coming in. Not really able to find anything until that counter hit. Grab comes through. Trying to find a little bit more space on the stage as another grab comes through.
Yeah, way awesome, Kevin, finding a lot of success with the grab on this DJ. And on Wake Up, DJ probably thought he was going to go for another grab and gets punished. And round one goes to way awesome Kevin with a finish in the corner there. And we see a more methodical approach that way awesome Kevin talked about.
Yeah, we also saw that feint jump, that charge jump that we mentioned earlier as the upside down T-pose comes in. A little bit of a combo. Bomb gets placed onto DJ. Whiffs a little bit. The DJ able to counter it. Here comes a parry. A little bit of back and forth here.
Yeah, level 3 on the line, and that's going to be a big punish from Bison. We should see level 3 into the kill, and there it is. Round 1 will go to way awesome Kevin. Incredible punish right there by way awesome Kevin to finish things off with that level 3 and take round number 1.
He played so much more dynamically there.
Yes.
If that's even a word, but
it is.
Played that was just fantastic play there from Kevin. That's all I can say about that.
Yeah, really great reactive gameplay, letting the DJ come to him and then adjusting accordingly on the fly. Really great job. But it's going to be interesting how this DJ adjusts their game plan as things go along. Will they continue to be as aggressive as they are, or will they back off a bit?
Yeah, and we see the grab come through there. It's really hard in that corner to kind of guess what your opponent's going to do there. Here comes a drive rush, trying to keep him in that corner, but not going to be able to as the throw comes through. Side switch. Goes for another grab. He jumps over it. Here comes a punish counter into the KO to win round 1 of set number 2 for DJ.
Yeah, completely different game plan from DJ that we saw in the in that past round. He just went full send on the drive gauge and did not care at all what the result was and got a favorable outcome out of it.
Yeah, now Kevin's starting to play a little bit slower, realizes that the DJ is adapting as the throw break comes through, the drive rush coming through. Both players try to parry at the same time. Whiff comes through. Kevin able to punish that.
Yeah, I love that when you just kind of both parry at the same time and just stare at each other and be like, so what now? But now we see way awesome Kevin on the front foot trying to be the aggressor in this matchup. Psycho Crusher's going to come out, not going to connect, but DJ out of gauge and now is going to get stunned in the corner, and this should be a round win for way awesome Kevin.
DJ goes from burnout to seeing birds to seeing the level 2 come out and almost skill, not able to just yet. Impact, drive impact comes through. Kevin now in burnout, drive rush, going straight into the level 3, and it's going to connect, and I believe that will win the round for DJ.
Yeah, absolutely incredible job by
just
DJ.
A little bit of health
sliver
left.
of health.
And the projectile takes him down.
Yeah, and that was a back and forth from both of those players right there. And really just a great job by that DJ. Being able to do what he was able to with that small sliver of health and take that round was really massive in this matchup.
Yeah, now we're even up at 1-1 each. A little bit of... Now DJ has him in the corner, but the perfect parry comes through. Punish counter. Able to place a bomb. Drive rush. Another bomb placed. And the combo going full stage here as Kevin has now flipped the script, and DJ is in the corner.
Yeah, DJ back against the wall quite literally in this matchup right now. Well, also Kevin kind of drops that combo a little bit, it seems, with this DJ on 1 health, but burnout is the name of the game right now for Kevin. So gotta be careful about this one. Is gonna just elect to go with the flip kick to finish things off and take round 1 of game 3.
Yeah, that was really good spacing there from Kevin, and that's what run him that first round. Here is the DJ, gonna get a combo coming through. Do about a little bit more than a quarter of health. Now less than half health. The Bison is trying to get a little bit more spacing. Guessing wrong here a couple times.
Yeah, it seems really just who can force the other into the corner right now is the name of the game for both these players, and it's worked out phenomenally in both their favors. So that's definitely gonna be something to keep an eye on. Critical Art is available for way awesome Kevin, but we will see Overdrive from DJ is not quite gonna be enough to kill.
Yeah, Kevin in that entire round until that Psycho Crusher. Been kept in the corner. And the Psycho Crusher is not enough to be able to make that comeback as we now go into round number 3 of set 3.
Yeah, and really back and forth this entire game. Both players with full ultimate gauge there at the bottom, so that's going to be something to keep an eye on. And Way Awesome Kevin is in this corner, so that's something he's got to be really careful about.
Right now, Kevin is losing the spacing battle. It was kind of a little bit more even the first few rounds, but now that doesn't matter as the DJ's now in the corner. The throw comes through, bomb placed, but the bomb has now been erased from existence. However, that doesn't stop Kevin from putting him in the corner and getting the level 3 to go through.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic job. DJ was not ready for that low, really caught him off guard and was able to make him pay with the level 3 to end things off, and now sits at 2-1, full advantage in Way Awesome Kevin's area.
Yeah, that is a fantastic win. Go up 2-1 in this matchup. You know, we heard him say before, he doesn't know much about DJ at this level, but it's still working out for him. That new play style we were talking about, not letting the game plan make him play too stiff. As a parry comes through from the DJ, now corner switch, Kevin gonna have to try and find his way out of the corner.
Yeah, and as you said, that corner switch so brutal, because before that, Way Awesome Kevin had that DJ exactly where he wanted it, but now we see another switch right there. Back and forth, both these players really just trying to force each other in the corner. Perfect parry from Way Awesome Kevin with that drive parry, and now we see him go into his combo drive rush. Will it be enough to finish him off? We'll have to wait and see. We're going to see the level 2. Is it going to be enough to kill? It should.
And it does, as Kevin takes a 1-round lead here in set number 4.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic job right there. Way Awesome Kevin burning all meter, and if you're going to do that in that scenario, you need to secure the kill, and he does just exactly that and is able to come away with that round and is now 1 round away from securing this set win. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, and there's that double parry that we talked about earlier.
And it's going to cost DJ, as now he is the one in the corner. And one thing I've noticed about a lot of the rounds that Kevin has lost so far is very early on, he gets put in the corner, and then he fights back a little bit, but the damage in the round, earlier in the round, was too much. So we're going to try and see if he can change that this round.
Yeah, and right now a little low. And DJ is going to try and close the gap, but get punished for it. Drive rush not going to come to much. That's going to be wasted meter. But cross up right now from Way Awesome Kevin. Is he going to have enough to finish things off? He is going to have level 2 here. I think that's enough to kill.
I think it is
not.
Just a little bit of health left. Kevin in burnout, trying to block against those projectiles. Both players a little too scared to jump in. DJ still has his critical art. Jump, kick, finishes it off, and Kevin will now lead the series 3-1.
You can see the visible sigh of relief right there as he gets left with such a small margin of health right there and is able to come away with the win. And now it's just going to be for seeding placements later on. Potential tiebreakers in this set, but Way Awesome Kevin does take the best of 5 in this one. But will it be a matter of 3-2 or 4-1? We'll have to wait and see.
We saw at the start of that round, Kevin able to put a lot more pressure that time on DJ, but now he finds himself in the corner.
Ooh, great anti-air.
The punish comes through. Kevin trying to block a little bit, but now he's in burnout.
Yeah,
trying to look for an opening. The grab doesn't come through. Psycho Crusher gonna get punished. Drive rush. Couple projectiles. That low kick kind of fends DJ off for a second, but the counter hit is gonna take round 1 of set number 5 for DJ.
Yeah, DJ felt like DJ was in control that entire first part of the match. Got Kevin in burnout really quickly and made him pay, but now Way Awesome Kevin is going all in right now, trying to make him pay for that last round, and both players approaching that ultimate gauge, and now they're both at level 3 for that, so that's going to be something to keep an eye on.
It is, and we see here a lot more footsies being played on the side of Bison, as that level 1 tries to come through, doesn't do too much.
How did that not connect?
I don't actually know, but the grab does connect.
Okay.
Psycho Crusher comes through, blocked, looking for a low kick, but the anti-air does hit. from DJ. Combo connected in burnout, but it doesn't matter because DJ takes set number 5.
Yeah, and as we said, ultimately, Way Awesome Kevin will come away with a set win in that one, 3-2. A very pleasant result given his previous games of going to 2-3 as losses. So I'm sure he is definitely relieved to see that. Unfortunate drop on the last round there, but it happens. You secured the most important ones, which is the 3 wins.
Exactly. And he did something that he mentioned he's failed to do recent weeks, which is finish those close matches. Well, it was a 3-1, technically 3-1 victory that ended up being a 3-2 when you finished out the set. That was very good play there. A lot more adjusting throughout the rounds, which is exactly what we've wanted to see from him in a lot of these matchups. And when you get to the 5th set, when you've either won or you've lost, determining, like, based off the mental is usually how that 5th set's going to go.
Yeah.
Whether the one person's maybe too relieved and therefore too relaxed to win that set.
Exactly.
But we have more Street Fighter right now here as we're about to go into a Luke Bison matchup here on our screen.
Yeah, and as you said, and as I said, Luke is really that all-around character, but right now just absolutely haymaker after haymaker for Way Awesome Kevin. Already at half, reversal's going to come out, but gets defended by this Luke, but does have a minimal gauge to work with, but still a full health bar.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed after this perfect KO from the Luke to take round 1 is that he is a modern player. He is a modern player.
see.
And now for people that don't understand what
see.
the difference is between classic controls and modern controls in Street Fighter 6, is modern controls eliminate a lot of the inputs that you have to do for combos. But it does less damage. You do less damage, and you lose a lot of your moves that you're allowed to even do.
Yeah, you're more limited. It streamlines the game. Wow, easy for me to say. For certain players and certain characters, and certain characters benefit way more than others. In Modern, I think Zangief is the first one that comes to mind with that. So that's definitely gonna be something to keep an eye on as this game goes on. Meanwhile, Luke taking chip damage in burnout and will fall, and now comes down to round 3 here. Both players at full ultimate bars.
A really good medium punch there from Kevin. Backed up just enough to dodge that hit. Here's the combo drops from the Luke. Kevin now going to find a little bit more space off of that whiff. Just kind of waiting for an opening here. But Luke, however, going to find one. Now has Kevin in the corner. Throw escape comes through. Double stomp doesn't land.
Yeah.
And now the Luke juggling Kevin. Going to do a good bit of damage here.
Yeah.
He's stuck in the corner.
Way Awesome Kevin missed his opportunity to punish that Shoryu when it came out early on. But now is going to try and make the most of this. Does have critical art in his arsenal. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on as we go on. Bomb is on Luke as well, back against the ropes. This Luke is just taking damage after damage. That drive gauge is looking dangerously low.
Yeah, and as you see, he's not trying to use much of it until he's able to land the combo. When he does, and is going to take set number 1 in this matchup.
I really like the way that ended, though, for Kevin compared to the way it started. That start was definitely really worrying. And this Luke, I think on every start, has just done drive rush into that same move every time, and it has worked in his favor. So maybe that's something that Way Awesome Kevin can adjust for as this match continues. As we said, he has tried to adjust a bunch, but it's been too little too late. And meanwhile, this Luke already in burnout.
Yeah, burnout off of that overdrive, wake up Shoryuken as the throw comes through, trying to keep Luke in the corner. Going to guess the jump, and then the throw comes through. And now
There's
he
the
has
stun.
the Lucan stun. Combo comes through, bomb placed. Looking to finish the round, and does it with a throw.
Yeah, absolutely textbook job right there from Way Awesome Kevin. Waited for that Luke to come to him, waited for him to use his resources, and as soon as that Luke was in burnout, he was in complete control of that and was able to get the stun on the edge and finish things off with the throw. Absolutely textbook job of being reactive.
Yeah, and as we see here, Kevin didn't fall for
There's
that
the
trick
punish.
at the beginning of the round. and it's going to pay off very well for him as Luke stuck in the corner, not able to get out of it, and the level 3 is going to come through and win this second set here. As we see Luke just get absolutely demolished right there. That would hurt a lot in real life.
How neat is Bison?
Bison's awesome.
Wow, dude.
Genuinely
like,
incredible.
what a string by Way Awesome Kevin, and a night and day from game 1 to game 2.
Absolutely night and day right there. It kind of like we mentioned before, adjusting to what the Luke is doing. Luke going for it again, and that we've seen that whiff before. Sometimes the spacing in that combo has to be perfect for Luke.
Yeah.
And if it's not, this is the result.
Yeah, and maybe could also be a small window to try and hit that, and we see this Luke just getting absolutely toyed with in this corner, and Way Awesome Kevin is going to dump his meter as well. But the difference is this Luke has a lot less health than Bison does. Shoryu does great job there with the anti-air.
Yeah, now we're back to the footsies from before. Both players not using drive just yet, electing to hold on to it, but that medium punch right there is going to do a lot of damage, and the pressure is just too much for the Luke to handle in that round.
Yeah, and now that Kevin has kind of adjusted to this Luke's game plan, it definitely seems like there is a decent distance between the two of them, but never say never. There is a reason that that games are played out to their fullest, and anything can happen, so that's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on. We see Way Awesome Kevin waiting for this Luke to come to him, forcing him to adjust his game plan and be uncomfortable.
Yeah, and one thing, we were mentioning Kevin adjusting, but the Luke was also adjusting, playing a lot slower towards the start of that first round. However, like we mentioned before, I think that Bison is a little bit better suited to that slower play style than Luke is. And as we see here, Wikileaks is
Oh my god.
going to get taken down.
Wow, I was not expecting that string at the end there. Fantastic job. Dumps the entire bar, and he always, living with Kevin has its benefits when trying to learn Street Fighter. And he said, if you're gonna dump your entire bar, you better make sure you get that kill. And he did not leave that up to anything right there. Fantastic job by him to secure that round, and is now 1 round away from another win.
Yeah, 1 round away, but at half health in this first round. However, it doesn't matter when it comes to your combo execution. The bomb gets placed.
Oh.
He reads the wake-up Shoryuken, and Luke is going to pay for that. Psycho Crusher level 2 comes through, and he's still getting juggled. The level 1 hits, almost kills the Luke. Not able to yet, but this throw will, as he takes round number 1
Wow.
of set number 4.
Yeah, Wake Up OD Shoryu gets punished by Way Awesome Kevin, and in a fantastic way, and takes that round. I mean, just textbook. He's waiting for this Luke to do something and is able to react to it, and this Luke's already in burnout.
Yeah, Luke is already in burnout and didn't really get a lot out of it. Gets a little bit more off that throw. Spacing is looking good for him. However, like we mentioned before, that burnout is just going to kill him. He's going to try to defend, but he reads the button pressing out of Bison, uses the special, puts him back in the corner, and Luke is looking good in this round so far.
Yeah, it really is. Great level 2 from Luke right there to punish Kevin, trying to take advantage of the burnout. And what
That
what just happened?
Well, what just happened was they both guessed a jump, but Kevin jumped too far, tried to hit the upside down T-pose. It didn't work, and he got punished for it after Luke just reacted to the drive impact.
Yeah, that was a very interesting reaction, because I thought for sure you would be able to reach that, because it is Luke's anti-air, and really all Shoto's anti-air.
Well, as we see here, Kevin already has him in the corner.
Yeah.
Combo's starting to come through.
Level
Bomb
3.
gets placed. Still juggling him in. And here comes the level 3. Kind of anticlimactic after the ending of the last round.
Yeah, I know. We had such a cinematic ending to that last round, and then Way Awesome Kevin just comes in with a perfect KO to cap things off, and that will be 2 wins for Mr. Way Awesome Kevin. Of course, we do still have 1 more round to play out, but fantastic job to close out that game.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if I've ever seen Wax start off a round with a jump that's that far. So that was really funny.
Yeah.
But we already see the Luke puts himself in burnout really early on, and pretty much every set as Kevin baits out the short.
Dude, that was almost like insane mind games. Oh my goodness, that was so close to being probably the biggest brain moment I've seen from him.
Yeah, the Luke just able to block very quickly after that missed Shoryuken here as the low kick comes through, and that's going to help Luke start the combo. Not really able to get too much out of it, but did get spacing out of it.
Yeah, and now Luke playing for that round. Reads the reversal, but not going to get any damage out of it. But Luke, again, very close to burnout, but now so is Way Awesome Kevin.
They're both kind of just crouched, staring longingly into each other's eyes there.
How is he
until
alive
Luke threw out a
still?
punch that leaves Bison at the lowest amount of health we might have seen this entire stream. Psycho Crusher not going to come through, but safe on block. Both characters now in burnout. Luke closer to drive than, but the low kick comes in, and then the super from Luke
What was that round, man?
tells him to leave.
That was both players thinking too hard, I think, in that scenario. Both players at burnout just kind of be like, you do something. No, you do something. No, you do something.
That double stomp there off of the Luke trying to go for that Shoryuken because he guessed the jump.
Yeah.
Didn't exactly work out for him.
Yeah, definitely a concern. And now we see Luke try and conserve drive gauge a little bit, it would seem. Here, never mind. I spoke too soon. I apologize. I will never talk again.
I don't know if this Luke has ever gone around without burnout.
Again,
But, hey,
I think, yeah,
If
I think
it works, it works.
He had the one where he got perfected. So there is that. But yeah, no, it definitely drive gauge is a resource, and Luke loves using his.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Luke is a much more aggressive, like,
Yes.
consistently aggressive character than Bison is. Bison can play a little bit slower, as we see here. Look, Kevin looking for an opening, trying to throw out a medium punch to try and punish any buttons being pressed from Luke. And now Luke going to try the same thing, looking for the opening, not going to find one.
Ooh, able to jump over the Shoryu and punish it, and he's already in burnout again. But so is Bison. But Bison has critical art, so that's gonna be something to keep an eye on. Goes for the slide, not quite gonna connect, and level 3 should do it. And Luke will take this round, and Way Awesome Kevin will finish off once again at 3-2.
Good work from both players. There's a lot of adjustments being made, a lot of really funny moments.
He does not look too happy about that last result.
Yeah, but I honestly think he should be. I mean, we've talked about the stats from throughout his regular season here, and most of the matches that he lost 2-3. So being on the other end of that, winning those close matchups, that's the first step to getting to where he wants to be.
Yeah, and that was one thing he really wanted to put an emphasis on, was being able to close out these games, being able to find the success that he knows that he's capable of. And he finds it really well today, I think. I think that's a really good step in the right direction. We had, as you said, being on the other end of that, I'm sure it's got to feel relieving, like the weight has been lifted off for sure. So he will improve to, I believe, 3-5 now in the season, potentially 4-5 on the season. On how the JP game goes, we will keep you guys updated. Be sure to keep an eye out on all of our socials for that, as we will likely update you guys about that in the coming hours. Yeah,
and I just want to say that Kevin played incredible tonight. Like, despite it looking like we saw 2-3-2s, he's hoping to get a couple, maybe 1-5-0 in there, but the way he didn't stick to one game plan throughout. There was every set that we watched looked a lot different, except for like two key things, like the Luke just getting in burnout almost immediately, or from the DJ a little bit of, we saw a lot of the fainting. But I really appreciate how Kevin has changed his play throughout this season.
Yeah, and that's one thing he really wanted to put an emphasis on coming into tonight. He said, I want to be more reactive rather than just have one game plan that I stick to no matter what and try and bang my head against the wall and make it work even when it doesn't. But enough about hearing from us. I'm sure you guys want to hear about the guy that won both games tonight. And so we have Mr. Benjamin Kincaid once again standing by with Way Awesome Kevin. Ben, take it away.
Thank you so much, guys. I am standing by with the victor here tonight. Kevin, how are you feeling after those very, very close series?
I'm feeling good. I walked away with the wins that I wanted. Definitely a little closer than I would have liked, but, live and learn. So hopefully the next couple of series I can get even stronger wins and we just keep getting better and better.
Yeah, no, I believe it was, 3-2s here tonight. So not probably the biggest gap that you were looking for here tonight, but definitely some wins under your belt. What are you looking to take away from these very close matchups to improve these 3-2s to 4-1s into eventual 5-0s?
I think I have become a little greedy on my resource management. I think the first game of that entire series was me not wanting to spend my 3-bar, and then I lost because of it. Tried to fix that in the rest of the series, but I think going forward it's just going to be go for the round win, not necessarily try to save the resources for the next round.
No, yeah, for sure. Are there any matchups that you are looking to try to improve on specifically with some of these character matchups that you encountered here tonight?
Yeah, I'm still looking to get better against DJ. Every time I see a DJ, it's like they will do that jump move where they like feint a jump attack, and I will just sit there and take every jump in every single time, not a care in the world, and I really shouldn't. I know I can punish it. I'm just not in that space yet to be like looking out for it.
No, for sure. Well, hey, congratulations on the wins here tonight. Hopefully you can keep that ball rolling in the future. Congratulations, and I will send it back over to the casters, guys.
Thank you so much for, once again, a Way Awesome interview. And really talking about that anti-air, definitely going to be something to keep an eye on as things progress. And it's kind of like you said, though, there's not a lot of DJs in CFGC.
No, there's not. So this match was really good to have early on in the season, especially after winning it. Looking back at the tape, maybe thinking about, after watching it back, what he could do better going forward in terms of that matchup.
Yeah, and he talked about resource management, so I'm sure that's going to be a point of emphasis as he prepares for not only next week, but of course the JP matchup that will be rescheduled. But yeah, I believe that is going to be it for us here on the desk, unless you have anything else to add.
Shout out, Grandma.
Shout out, Grandma. Yeah, but yeah, that's going to be it for us here at Shenandoah Esports. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on all of our socials and stay tuned for the rest of the week for some playoff action. It's going to be an absolute blast. Thank you all so much, and see you all next time.
Shenandoah University is a big little university rising.
With 22 Division III sports teams, over 200 areas of study,
over 300 annual performances, an elite academic esports program,
nationally ranked health professions programs, one of the biggest university presences on Broadway,
immersive AR and VR learning programs,
cybersecurity and computer science programs, and innovative undergrad and graduate programs.
all at a place that cares for you.
Shenandoah University is the big little university rising. Find out more at su.edu/rising.
We have the esports arena right here on campus in Winchester, Virginia, and this facility acts as the hub for all esports activity at Shenandoah University. Students are able to use this space not just for competition and practices, but also as a living learning community and a sandbox for them to come and explore and practice and try out things related to and through esports in the gaming industry, so that they're getting that hands-on learning and the skills necessary to help them find a career by the time they graduate. We also have the professional level broadcast production booth, where we do all of our broadcasting and production, from casting of our games that we play right here on campus to working with outside entities to record footage for them as well. In addition to the space that we have here in the esports arena is the esports war room. Our students get to use that space for studying, but also outside projects. So our students get to use this space for professional development and the academic side of our esports program, which is such a critical component to go with that competitive element that we have. So we combine all of our facilities at Shenandoah University with competition, community, and career preparation. We have over 250 days of programming, and there's something for everybody, and we want you to be part of it.
Look at how Mr. Way Awesome Kevin has done this season in CFGC.
Guys, I am standing by with our glorious Street Fighter 6 player, Kevin. Kevin, first things first, how you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm ready to get back into the swing of things. You know, the last couple of matches were over spring break. Got to enjoy it. Got to win, but now I'm like fiending for multiple series wins this week. So.
Oh, for sure. This is going to be a good week for you. You have some. Hey, team. So we're out here with some familiar faces from our esports world. So first, we're going to start with Danny over here on this side. What is your favorite character to play in Overwatch 2 that is not Reaper, who is your main? Or like any DPS? Well, I guess it can be a DPS.
We'll go with one I've always liked for a while. Sombra. Rare pick for me. However, I don't play it not much with our actual team, but it's a fun one I like to play every now and then. It's pretty good.
Okay. Sombra Avery here. You're our Smash Bros. Captain, right? Very talented, very good at what you do, but you play two characters often, right? You have the Yoshi and you have the Samus. Aside from those two characters, what is like your go-to third pick if you have one?
Oh, that's a great question, Ben. I've moved around over the years. Something that people don't know about me often is during the pandemic days, I played exclusively Ike online and would fish for Nair up air the whole match. And that was kind of my bit for a while. I was winning some Wi-Fi tournaments with solo Ike. And, sometimes I look back on it and wish I didn't do all that because I lost a lot of progress in my game during that time.
All right. Hey, Kip. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Ben. How are you?
I'm doing pretty all right. Same kind of question, right? You play Pac-Man all the time. I've never seen you really play any other character unless you're having fun with the team after a match with randoms, with a 4-on-4 or the 1-1 randos? Randubs.
So it's just doubles, but like everyone plays random. The teams are randomized. Their favorite like after game pastime.
Okay, I like that. That actually sounds good. Thank you to Danny, Avery, and Kyle here for a little bit of an impromptu interviews as we toss it now back to the casters. How's your guys' day been?
Pretty uneventful.
Uneventful.
Had,
That's lame. Moss, how about you?
I had an undisclosed burger place earlier.
Ooh.
We went there together.
We did
actually.
go there together.
Yeah.
Very good.
Way Awesome Kevin gameplay, and game one is going to be against the DJ. And we get to see a little bit of those
on the stage as another grab comes through.
Yeah, Way Awesome Kevin finding a lot of success with the grab on this DJ. And on Wake Up DJ, probably punish from Bison. We should see level 3 into the kill, and there it is. Round 1 will go to Way Awesome Kevin. Incredible punish right there by Way Awesome Kevin to finish things off with that level 3 and take round number 1.
Drive Russ trying to keep him in that corner, but not going to be able to as the throw comes through. Side switch. Goes for another grab. He jumps over it. Here comes a punish counter into the KO. That will win the round for DJ.
Yeah, absolutely incredible job by DJ.
A little bit of health
sliver
left.
Health. And one health, but burnout is the name of the game right now for Kevin. So gotta be careful about this one. That is gonna just elect to go with the flip kick to finish things off. But DJ is not quite gonna be enough to kill.
Yeah, coming in that entire round until that Psycho Crusher. Been kept in the corner. Kevin from putting him in the corner and getting the level 3 to go through.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic job. DJ was not ready for that low. Really caught him his combo drive rush. Will it be enough to finish him off? We'll have to wait and see. We're going to see the level 2. Is it going to be enough to kill? It should.
And he's scared to jump in. DJ still has his critical art. Jump, kick, finishes it off, and Kevin will now lead the series 3-1. A couple of projectiles. That low kick kind of fends DJ off for a second, but the counter hit is going to take round 1 of set number 5 for DJ.
Yeah.
Blocked, looking for a low kick, but the anti-air does hit from DJ. Combo connected in burnout, but it doesn't matter because DJ takes set number 5.
Yeah.
As we're about to go into a Luke Bison matchup here on our screen.
Yeah, and as you said, come out like gets defended by this Luke, but does have a minimal gauge to work with, but still a full health bar.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed after this,
but So that's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on as this game goes on. Meanwhile, Luke taking chip damage in burnout and will fall. Taking damage after damage. That drive gauge is looking dangerously low.
Yeah, and as you see, he's not trying to use much of it until he's able to land the combo. But when he does, and now he has the Lucan stun. Combo comes through, bomb placed, looking to finish the round, and does it with a corner. Not able to get out of it, and the level 3 is going to come through and win this second set here. As we see Luke just get absolutely demolished right there. That would hurt a lot in real life. Players not using drive just yet, electing to hold on to it, but that medium punch right there is going to do a lot of damage, and the pressure is just too much for Luke to handle in that round.
Yeah.
Better suited to that slower play style than Luke is. And as we see here, Wikilex is going to get taken down. That Psycho Crusher level 2 comes through, and he's still getting juggled. The level 1 hits, almost kills the Luke. Not able to yet, but this throw will.
Trying to take advantage of the burnout, and what? What? What just happened?
Well, still juggling him in, and here comes the level 3. Kind of anticlimactic after the ending of the last round.
Yeah, I know. We had such a cinematic ending to that last.
Safe on block. Both characters now in burnout. Luke closer to drive than, but the low kick comes in, and then the super from Luke.
Keep an eye on goes for the slide. Not quite going to connect. And level 3 should do it. And Luke will take this round, and Way Awesome Kevin will finish off.
It was, what, 3-2s here tonight? So not probably the biggest gap that you were looking for here tonight, but definitely some wins under your belt. What are you looking to take away from these very close matchups to improve these 3-2s to 4-1s into eventual 5-0s?
I think I have become a little greedy on my resource management. I think the first game of that entire series was me not wanting to spend my 3-bar, and then I lost because of it. Tried to fix that in the rest of the series, but I think going forward, it's just going to be go for the round win, not necessarily try to save the resources for the next round.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Congratulations on the wins here tonight. Hopefully you can keep that ball rolling in the future. Congratulations, and I will send it back over to the casters, guys.
Unless you have anything else to add.
Shout out, Grandma.
Shout out, Grandma.